YouTube and Magic players, this is HK58, and I'm going to talk to you about a few cards I created that I think would be kind of cool to see made into real cards. As well as these are some of the tribes that I'd like to see more support for, like spiders, squirrels, and insects. So this is what this video is going to be about. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the first one I created was squirrel summoning. I want a green, put 3 1/1 green squirrels into the battlefield, or you create 3 green squirrel tokens under target player's control. So you can essentially go, okay, I'm just going to be friendly, give 3 tokens to a player, any player. And as well, it would be great as a commander card because you just, most of the time you're going to target yourself, but if you want to be friendly, just give someone tokens. So it'd be kind of a cool card to see created. The next one is Squirrel Rumblemaster. There is a Squirrel Beast mutant type creature that's in Magic. But I was like, why not? Let's just make some Squirrel Beast mutant. That's also a lord, because squirrels don't really have many lords. Of course, squirrels aren't really supported anymore lately. It'd be nice if they at least do 2 to 3 squirrels in a set, just to support that tribe a little bit. But yeah, just 5 mana, 4/4 trampler that gives other squirrels +2/+2 and trample. Simple. Squirrel Nut Warrior. It's a 1 green for a 2/1. Yeah, I know the name is weird, but I was like, I had to think of something. Couldn't think of a lot of the names for the squirrels, so there you go. Squirrel Martial. 2 for a 1/2. It's a 1/2, not a 2/2 or a 1/1. But other squirrel creatures you control get +1/+1. It's a squirrel lord, and then you pay 3 to create a squirrel token, a 1/1 squirrel token. And I guess there is some wording I missed. It's supposed to be a 1/1 green squirrel, but you kind of get the idea. So it'd be kind of cool to see some green, a new tribe for green. Because you don't really see green tribes in Standard or Modern. Maybe if you go into Commander, but Standard, Modern, you don't really see anything. Every now and then you'll get like werewolves or wolves or something. But, come on. This would be kind of cool to have wizards, support squirrels some more. I think it'd be kind of cool. Creature token squirrels. There you go. Squirrel Army. This one is a card I actually loved, and I bet a lot of people would like playing in Commander with. 9 costing. You and up to 2 target players put up to. It's great for Commander. It's probably the only place you would ever see this, or casually. You and up to 2 target players put 12 1/1 greens, or you create 1/1 green squirrels. How cool is that? To create those tokens for a couple allies. You're like, okay. Especially in Commander, you're like, I'm just going to support you and you. Here, have some squirrel tokens. Enjoy. Of course, some people in Commander would love it with their Skull Clamp. Drawing cards for days. Spider's Web. Again, like I said, this is squirrels, spiders, and insects. So this is an enchantment that's basically the green version of pacifism. There's like another enchantment already out there for spiders, but I think, why not have a little bit better of one? 1 and a green, enchanted creature, can't attack or block unless you control a spider. And then a deck can have as many of these in there. So it's kind of a way to give spider, like a spider trouble for Commander, a little more support for removal, especially if it's like a mono green spider deck you decide to run, and you just need some of that removal. 3 to 5 creatures, and as long as you have a spider, you're set to go. And that's why I was like, why not run Spider's Web. Spider's Nest. It's just similar to Squirrel Nest. I know it's kind of cheesy on that part. Like, honestly, they could probably find some random scientific name to make Spider's Nest work. It's 1 green, and it enters the battlefield with a 1/2 with reach, and then you have to pay the 3 to put a 1/2 into play. So it's not overpowering, but it's kind of a cool little boost for certain decks. And I could argue to where the token could cost 1 and a green. I just made it that just to, you know, not to be too overpowering. So, like I said, that one's going to be an arguable one. Again, this one's not... I don't have a name for this one. There's some names I don't have. It's... so it could technically be called Queen of Arachnid. But the reason why I made this card is because spiders always have some sort of... or always in these three colors. They're basically Jund. I don't really see a white or a... outside of changelings, I don't ever see a white or a blue spider. But I could be wrong. There's just so many cards out there to go through. But yeah, for the most part, spiders, I've always seen them in Jund colors. So why not have a Jund Lord to support them? So it's Reach, First Strike, Death Touch, one of each color. And then you could pay one of each color, red, blue, red, green, and black, red, and green. God, having a hard time there. And you can create a 1/3 Reach Death Touch creature token. Spider. So, hey. And it's all three of those colors. So, it'd be kind of cool to see that kind of aspect in a commander deck. Right there. Just something Queen of Arachnid. So you can actually have some cool flashy little name. Or Arachnid Queen. Something like that. Nature's Bees. Like I said, this is an insect. It's another type. I could have thrown this into removal, but I was like, yeah, I'll just throw this in this one. It's two colorless for a 2/1 flyer, so that's pretty powerful for green right off the bat. Whenever it enters the battlefield, put a stinger counter on it. And then you remove the stinger counter to have it deal 2 damage to target non-artifact creature. So it's kind of a way to like ping off. And yes, I have another one for artifact creatures only. And then you sacrifice this creature if it has no stinger counter on it. Or unless it dies, obviously. But yeah. I thought it'd be kind of cool to see some sort of like support to these insects, bees, and stuff. And it kind of makes sense where, you know, these type of creatures, most of the time, I'm not saying all of them, because I know there's some of the bee, wasp, you know, that kind of family, where if they lose a stinger, they apparently survive or something, or grow into one. But I don't know bee knowledge, so they bee knowledge. But yeah, I was like, let's create something cool that, and it also boosts green's aggro base with a flyer. So it really changes it up a bit. So you can have, you know, a couple of these creatures, and then I have another one. We'll get to that one down the road. But yeah, this one's a cool little idea to kill off a creature. And it's just a creature. It's either non-artifact or an artifact. Corrosive Bees, I think, is the other one, when we get to it on the list. Mystic Spider, 3 mana, 2/5, can block any creature that has an ability that doesn't allow it to be blocked. So I kind of made this where it can block. Technically, it could just block basically anything in a way. But the reason why I did it is to block those land walkers and all those other type of unblockable creatures. And it's great. It's pretty powerful on defense, though. 3 mana for a 2/5 reach. It's pretty powerful. Reach, and then this other ability, whatever the other ability would eventually be called, if it ever is created. Flying Squirrel, 3 mana, 2/3 flying. It's greens. Yeah. I could argue to where they could always make some sort of like flying squirrel, kind of like similar to, they have a white version, the dwarf from Kaladesh, and then Vampire Nighthawk, you know, those kind of things, where it just has like flying lifelink and trample maybe, or something greenish. Of course, if it's a squirrel, who knows what they could do. So yeah, they can't really trample unless they're like hordes of them, or it's a beast mutant squirrel. But other than that, like, this would be probably pretty cool to see as a green creature. It supports some, it adds some more flying to green. I'm not trying to make it to where flying gets overpowered. Of course, some of the cards I created were flying green creatures, like Corroding Bees. It's Corroding Bees, not Corrosive Bees. So similar to the Nature's Bees, 3 damage to target artifact creature. I think I might have messed up. So either messed up or did the numbers wrong while I was making one versus the other. But dealing, maybe I might have said 3 damage to a artifact creature, but 2 damage to a non-artifact creature. I don't know. It can go either way. Shocking can be probably better than bolting in a sense. But it's just another green way to remove creatures or destroy creatures. Even though they kind of have to sacrifice their creature unless it came in with double, and you could just keep removing. So, a Bear's Den. Oh, I forgot. There's a one. This is a bear. It's probably the only bear card I have made. But hey, Bear's Den. 3 mana enchantment. Then you pay 2 to create a bear. A 2 mana, a 2/2 bear, and you do that every turn. So it's like, why not? It's nothing too crazy, and you have to tap the enchantment. But for the most part, you can create that on a 2/2 bear every turn. So I think this would be kind of cool, and especially if there are a ton of people that want to have those crazy tribal decks. The bear deck in Commander would work. Acorn Warrior, 1 green for a 1/2. That would be kind of a cool little card to run. Just a little squirrel, kind of similar to an elvish, not elvish warrior, but there's an elf that's a 1 mana 1/2. That just a vanilla. So I was like, why not support the squirrels a little bit? And that's the last of the squirrels, insects, spiders, and the random bear card. But yeah, I'm HK58. I'm signing off.